Yeah, I see how your camera look up. For sometime going through my feed, your camera just don't be looking right. Let's see.
Let's see.
Or maybe it was just OBS or something.
It might be OBS. Looks fine on my end.
Camera's don't be looking right. Let's see. Hold on. I need.
Can you mute yourself?
Yeah, hold on. I don't know why it like it looks fine on your end, but on my end it looks like crap. Yeah, if you hold on, let's click back on you. Yo, it looks like why yours look like shit?
I don't know.
What kind of webcam were you using?
The 920.
The 920?
It's crystal clear. It's your end.
Nah, I don't know, man. Check the bandwidth. Okay. All right. Let's get some more people here. Like, share, tweet, retweet. Share on Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram.
I don't even have an Instagram. All right. Let's get some more people here, guys. Please hit that like button. Get some more people here. We got some EA exposing to do, and maybe we might expose some of these fuck boys in this community in which they are still damage controlling about EA's business practices.
Ridiculous.
I just don't understand how you can damage control for a company that is well known to give out bad business practices. So I'm really glad that they are receiving the backlash in which they deserve, because they really deserve the backlash. They deserve it. So what the hell's Retro Bro is? I learned something, saw him to hang out.
He late.
He's
late as usual.
Yeah, well, he just messaged me back. I said we're about to start. He said, "Okay, cool."
He's probably in the chat.
Oh my god, fucking Retro. Fucking
there
Retro. He is. There he is. God dang. All right. So y'all ready to get started? Let's wait till we get 20 people here. Come on, man. Let's get some more people here, man. Come on. Share, like, get more people here. We got some exposing to do. EA bashing to do. We gonna expose some fuck boys. BG's the main fuck boy. Oh boy, I watched that Black Bond video. He exposed the shit out of him. But yeah, like this is why I can't take a lot of these bigger YouTubers any seriously, because they know that they get these review codes, but basically, and they basically just want damage control and try not to speak out against the bullshit since they know that they are getting free things from them. Right. So yeah, he's one of them. You got a lot of these other bigger YouTubers. I don't know if I'll mention any names. Maybe I will. Depends on how I feel. But yeah, like people like that, you just can't trust. I don't trust nobody. Maybe you have to go through these smaller channels, especially these channels, they don't get no review codes from these publishers. They don't get nothing. They don't get no merchandise, nothing. That's why I can't take a lot of these people serious. People like Review Tech USA, like, hey, he tell like it is sometimes, even though he flip flops, but he's still entertaining, whatever. But hey, like, if there's a issue going on in the gaming industry, whatever, he's going to come out and speak about it. It ain't just him, it's other people. If I hate to admit it, I can't stand a motherfucker. Black Bond, he came out and he exposed BG, Mr. Weapon Wheel himself, for fraud. Like, it's just a lot of these frauds still want to damage control for these big-time, multi-billion-dollar gaming corporations in which they don't give a fuck about us. All they want is our fucking money, nothing else. So why are they sucking their cocks? That I just don't understand. This is our money. We work hard for our goddamn money, and they still want to cheerlead for a corporation in which they don't give a fuck about you. They want to continuously and microtransaction your ass. And you just want to keep taking it in the ass. Why? Why they keep doing this shit? You know, I'm already getting in the rant, so let's go ahead and get our intros out the way. Okay, let's get our intros out the way, man. Let's start with you, Alex.
What's going on, everyone? ActivesIN here. Just chilling with my October NPD winner here, the Switch. But yeah, we're gonna have a fun show today. We're gonna talk about EA under a lot of fire with their terrible Battlefront II spectacular disaster that's been going on. And yeah, some game of the year discussion for the award show. Should be fun.
Nice. All right, let's go with you, Dirty.
Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy Dirty, and Real. He is very upset, so I'm gonna pass the mic back to him.
Who? Who's upset?
I said you.
Oh. All right, Retro Bro.
What's up, YouTube? Retro Bro here. Got an interesting show for y'all tonight. Let's get it.
All right. EA. I wasn't planning on talking about them first since they're really the main subject, but as I am proceeding, I'm already talking about it. Let's go and start digging in and exposing their asses. Like with this EA situation, like I hate companies that monopolize other gaming companies because they have the money. Like I could go back to the whole entire NFL 2K situation. We no longer have NFL 2K because the fucking EA took the license from them. They basically just got more money, so they licensed the NFL, got like a 10-15-year contract. So no other gaming company can make a NFL licensed game besides EA. That right there pissed me the fuck off since I was a teenager, because in NFL 2K5, or it was ESPN 2K5, was one of the best football games I ever played. That was a great game.
Whoa, 1 sec, Real. We gotta address something in the chat here from Mr. Muhammad. Mr. Muhammad. This guy is so delusional that he believes people are only shitting on EA because Battlefront runs better on the Xbox One X and PS4. What world do you live in, bro? Like, where are you? Where's your head at right now, man? We're talking about a company that's actively trying to like fuck you over and your fellow gamers, and you're worried that is some conspiracy because the game runs better on Xbox. Wow. Dude, come on, man.
I expect that kind of damage controller for your Xbox, not EA. Like you know, I'm an Xbox fan, just like you're an Xbox fan. I can understand maybe you more of an extreme Xbox fan, you know, because a lot of times you don't really bring up the fact that they are missing a lot of exclusives and all that. I'll bring it up, but at the same time, I'm still a fan, and I'm not a fuckboy or a fanboy, because those type of fans are the ones that basically going to tell that company that you are doing good, so there's nothing that you need to do to change. I'm not that type of I'm not the type of gamer, not that type of fan. If there's an issue, I'm going to bring it up. So
yeah, but like what I'm saying is like Xbox has nothing to do with this. This is an EA and Star Wars Battlefront problem, not a platform problem. Get the fuck on.
Well, EA, they got a long history of shutting down studios. A long history of...
They have their own graveyard.
Like, come on, man. Like, visceral. Like, Dead Space games like one of the best all-time great survival horror games. Not Dead Space 3. Dead Space 1 and 2 was fantastic games.
Dead Space 3 was EA's Dead Space.
Yeah, it was EA's Dead Space, because that's when they started want to put microtransactions into the game, and that completely turned off a lot of gamers. Like when you start getting greedy, like trying to you take you take quality out the game and you replace quality with more transactions, you know, trying to get more money. When you do stuff like that, people is not going to buy your game because they say, fuck you, fuck EA. And if you're that type of gamer in which you say you are a gamer, you are a real gamer. If you are a real gamer and you over damage control for EA, then fuck you too. Like, come on, this doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what EA has been trying to do. The main reason that they are freaking, the main reason they took the microtransactions out the game because Disney got on their asses. Because it's been a big backlash, and the loot boxes in which it is gambling, they are under investigation in Europe. Yeah, that's why everybody's on their ass. They got the most downvotes in, was it Reddit's history, over 600,000 downvotes. It might be more, but that tells you that the gamers are listening. They're listening for the first time ever. They are listening because I'm getting sick and tired of these goddamn games coming out every goddamn year. The same old bad business practices. I want to play some of these games on a discount or on a pre-owned because I refuse to freaking pay for the bullshit. But you know what?
See, that's the big keyword right there. Everyone's not getting on the game because they're hating on it. Everyone's getting on the game because of terrible business practices. There's a difference.
Yeah, like the game is awesome. It looks awesome. Battlefront 1 was awesome. Like I enjoyed the beta. The beta was very fun. But when they introduced us to a fucking season pass on a $60 online only game without a campaign in which the original Battlefront game had a single player campaign, that raises a lot of red flags. And I was like, you know what, EA? I had fun with the beta, and now you gave us this bullshit $50 season pass on an online only game. Fuck you. So I didn't support the shit. And EA said they weren't gonna do this $50 season pass. They said they was gonna put a single player campaign because they had a backlash with the original Battlefront. And now they want to introduce us to more microtransactions and loot boxes, in which it magically appeared on consoles. Like I just now heard about loot boxes on freaking gaming consoles like these past few months. Like before this year, I didn't know anything about loot boxes in the console games. I know about cell phone games, and I know it's on PC, but on console, no. So yes, they deserve to get the backlash in which they are receiving right now. So yeah, let me go and pass the mic to somebody.
I'm gonna answer Mohammed on this one. He said it's funny that we're complaining about Battlefront, but nobody's complaining about 2K. I think everyone in this chat will agree how much I complained about 2K because I actually purchased the game before I got a refund. Like all the games that's doing it right now are an issue. Like right now, Battlefront's in the hot seat because it's the newer game, but it's a problem with 2K and all the other games that's doing it. But the main issue is a lot of these bigger games like 2K and Battlefront have such a large fan base of people that like the actual franchise and not necessarily video games as a whole, so they don't care spending the money because they're not buying anything else all year.
Yeah, casuals. They're casuals.
Yeah, it's mostly the casuals that, you know, and the youngsters that play
as a whole, so they don't care spending the money.
Yeah, they play these cell phone games, and now, you know, they get on console, and, you know, when you have companies, you know, like 2K, I was very pissed off when I got NBA 2K18 with all that damn VC, and you could barely earn VC to do anything. You know what I'm saying? $2,000 for, 2,000 VCs for a freaking haircut.
Bro, did I tell you how it was on PC? I had the game day one, and after 45 minutes of creating a created player, it crashed on me. I had to create it again. So 45 minutes later, I create the character, and when it's supposed to do like the little intro for story mode, it crashed again.
Damn.
So I went ahead and got my refund. Got my $60.
No, like I don't play basketball games, so I'm unaware. Are the microtransactions and loot boxes, do they make you jump higher or shoot farther or something?
Well, that's the problem. This year, and only this year, they made it to where doing training in the gym and working out and doing practices don't give you enough credits and VC points to buy your actual power-ups. And the way the game works is because it's set like an RPG, you have to constantly, you know, play matches, hit the gym, do team practices so you actually get VC towards putting up those stats. So this year they made it to where even when you put it on hard mode and win, it only gives you like 100 VC, but it costs like more than 1,000 for a single point. So a lot of people are now paying actual money for VC because the grind they made now is ridiculous. Like,
well, do you have
in
to
5
play like?
hours,
Do you have to play like 40 hours to unlock Michael Jordan or something?
No, Michael Jordan is in the game. It's basically my player. Like when you create yourself, basically you're at a level like 68 or 69 or something. Between 68 and 65. Now what you got to do is you got to get on the team. You come off the bench, so you're not really getting that much time as a rookie. And hopefully you win the game so you can get more VC, for winning the game, and the stuff that you do in the game, like with points, pass, assists, all this stuff counts to get VC, but they don't give you enough VC. So you basically just grinding this year. So you do have a lot of people that like the My Park, and when you go to My Park, guess who you see? You see every cat in there is damn near like 90 something.
Oh damn!
So if I'm because they spent money on VC.
Damn.
Right, they spent on VC. So if I'm coming in there and I'm like a 73, they doing shit that I can't do yet, or
she pays for
I don't
it.
have to do yet because I got to get my guy up to 80 something or 90 something.
See, and that's the problem too. As someone that loves RPGs and just plays tons of RPGs, see, a standard RPG progresses you. So even if you're at a lower level, you're fighting monsters, you're fighting things of the same level to progressively level up for the challenge. In this game, you're starting at a D rating, but you're playing NBA teams that are like A rating too. On top of that, so
let's get back on topic.
You can see how well that goes.
Let's get back on topic of these Star Wars Battlefront, this EA situation. I guess since you talking retro, bro, what do you think about this backlash? Did the gamers win this time? DEA, they finally gave in and they are actually listening to the consumers, or you think it's because of Disney dropping the hammer? But at the end of the day, like, are you?
I think it was really. I think it's because we did win, but I think it's more because of Disney dropping the hammer. It's one of the few times that government regulation is doing what it's supposed to.
The only reason they dropped the hammer is because of us, though.
Yeah, because of the backlash.
Exactly. Otherwise, why would Disney have stepped in at all?
It was a huge
that's the other thing too. Disney being a big company like they are, they don't like getting bad press, and they'll get rid of any
Star Wars movies
about it. So with the allegations of following gambling practices and stuff for a game, and even stuff like that, they would get rid of them right away. Think about how quick Maker got rid of PewDiePie when people started talking about how controversial he was.
Yep, instantly.
They didn't even take a rebuttal from this guy. They said, "Nah, you're out of here, bro.
Yeah, it's too much. Can't do it."
Disney is a really, really big company, and they don't want their name tarnished. Anything that sounds like you're going to tarnish their name, they'll get rid of you. Think about some of the singers and stuff they use for shows. They hear a rumor. They don't even know if it's true yet. They hear a rumor about when their people
already
drop
axed. Yeah.
Exactly.
It takes 20 years to build a brand. It only takes 20 minutes to ruin it.
Yep, that is so true.
But see, like I was saying with these newcomers, these youngsters, and these they come from the cell phone games where it has all this, where you pay to win. So when they get on these games on a console, guess what they want to do? They want to win.
Yeah.
So basically what they're going to do is they're going to go get the Call of Duty, they're going to get the Battlefront, the Battlefield, all this stuff, and say, you know what? I'm going to spend an extra $50, $60 to get the best gun, so I don't have to grind in multiplayer to unlock it and rank up. I'm going to have this gun day one, I'm going to be level 1, and I'm wreck shop. And that's what they want to do.
It's like playing Breath of the Wild and saying there's way too much you got to do to get strong to fight Ganon. So I'm going to buy the $50 DLC that lets me one-shot him with a stick.
I be wondering why I be getting my ass kicked on Call of Duty. Like, I'm like, man, like, how the hell I shoot these guys a million times? They come to me and spit on me, and I'm dead. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck is this shit?
EA's like pretty genius about the way they're handling this, because they know that gamers, like in mass, gamers are stupid. So obviously nobody here watching or us in the cast here, but in general, most are sheep. And they know that when they say, oh, we're removing microtransactions, they know that triggers in most people's minds, hey, we won. Now they're going to give us the game we want. And they're going to run out and buy the game. even though they said in their little press release that it will return later, like the microtransactions are coming back. And you're gonna have the game, they're gonna have the sales they wanted, and then they're gonna slowly re-implement the microtransactions.
Well, in that case, if y'all think that they're gonna solely implement the microtransactions, then just stay away from the game. Don't even get on the bargain. Don't even buy
this game has to die.
It has to die. Don't even buy pre-owned, because when you buy pre-owned, you on their servers. You giving them more people on their servers. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. Let EA die.
That's what makes it worse. Again, it's the casual fans that's into it. Like if you go on Team Facebook and you look at all your friends that barely play games, they're gonna say this is the prettiest Star Wars game ever purchased.
Yeah, because of graphics.
It's gonna be hard to get. It's gonna be hard to get everybody in the community to do a thing like that, to just not buy the game. Because you know why? You have people that have fans on Twitch, on Mixer, on YouTube, and they want to see these people play, and they're gonna buy it regardless.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna mess up their fan base, they money or whatever they get from their fans of playing these games. They're not gonna do it. They just gonna deal with like the background, but they're gonna deal with it and they're gonna buy it.
Yeah, like make no mistake about it. Like they can't add the season passes in because they've already claimed they're not going to charge us for season passes. Yeah. The loot boxes are still there. Like they're not gone. The only thing they took out was those crystals that you could buy with real money to purchase the loot boxes. Yeah, that's what's going to take now. But that'll come back later. They even said so in the post. We're going to bring it back later. Because they're going to get that. They want to get that money back. And they're going to keep bringing free content, and that's just what it is. But like, don't buy this game, people. Don't be fooled.
Yeah,
like,
don't buy it. Don't be fooled. Like they try to make it seem like since season passes it's not in this game, they make it seem like they did a fan service. But this loot box shit is just as worse, man. Like, come on, man. Like, we actually thought EA was actually doing something good, but then again, like, it's EA. We should have thought about that in the first place. EA normally do a lot of bad business practices, and it just sucks because a lot of their games that they make are sports games. The sports games attracts casuals. Shooters attracts casuals, like with the Battlefield. And now they done bought Respawn and Titanfall.
Titanfall's as good as dead now.
Yeah, but they own it, so it's a shooter game, and what shooters attracts? Casuals, because you got certain fans of a certain franchise that are casual, and that all they want to play is that one game. So they're gonna spend all the money that they can to level up to get as better as they can on that one game. Those are casuals. So a lot of games that EA do make attracts casuals. That's just
and then here's the other problem too. Casuals want their hands to be held every step of the way, unfortunately. I remember having this argument at work where I was talking about frame rate, and they all looked at me like, I don't understand why you care about frame rate so much. And I was talking about the difference in speed and stuff, and they were like, why would you want it to be that fast? Could you even keep up with that? It's like, obviously.
Oh my god.
It's like, I need lag so I can hit somebody. Like, really?
But yeah, like when it comes to this game, this is without question the most disgusting abuse of a franchise we've ever seen in the history of gaming. And anybody that buys this fucking game, block me. Block me on Twitter. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know you. Because you're not a fucking gamer. You're a goddamn corporate slave, and I don't want to deal with people like you.
Yeah. Lots of corporate slaves, in this fucking community. Muhammad Ali, be like, I love you, buddy. Like, you like one of my most loyal subs. But what you said a while ago was like, I try not to be mean, but come on, buddy, man. Let's be smart here. Let's be smart. Like, and I know, as many times on this channel, I talk shit about EA. Like, it ain't just about EA. Like, whoever do a lot of stupid shit, I'm going to talk about it. EA gets no freaking pass from me, man. And EA is like one of the worst companies that I freaking hate. They got games that I really like, but I still stay away from it because first of all, I'm a real gamer, and basically I want to pay for something that I know I'm going to get my money's worth. I paid $60 for a game in which I got to pay another $60 and probably more money just to level up and keep up with the big dogs because they decide to spend over $200 to $300 so they could be the best of the best.
Right.
Like those type of games, I can't fuck with, man. I can't fuck with.
Also, for those that saying I'd rather have microtransactions than seasons pass, they're really the same thing. It's just microtransaction A, microtransaction B. That's like a company using fancy marketing and telling you, A, you can pay $50 a year for this product, or you can pay $15 a month instead if that's easier for you.
It depends how it's handled. Like if you look at Overwatch loot boxes, they're only cosmetic. So you're not paying to have an advantage. You're paying for different costumes. To me, that's fine because you're just paying for the $60 and they're giving out all the content for free. I don't see a problem with that. Some people say like all loot boxes are bad. No, they're not inherently bad. It's how it's handled. Yeah, same thing with microtransactions. Like if you're just buying weapon skins, like who the fuck cares? It doesn't make your gun stronger.
The way it is handled is the way to put people at a disadvantage, and that is not fair. It's not fair for the people that has been grinding on this game, hadn't spent a single dime on microtransactions, but you got this bum that just got this game, and now they are at a higher level than you, and you're like, what the fuck? Like that's just how I feel about this, man. Like it ain't just EA's doing this, like everybody else is doing this shit, man. That's why I buy stuff pre-owned. I've been preaching this for years. Like I'm sick and tired of getting fucked in the ass by these gaming companies, man. That's why I'm still I know a lot of people hate GameStop, but the reason I still shop at GameStop because they got a lot of times they be having buy two get one free on pre-owned. So I like to hit that up so I can save money. I'm all about saving money.
The whole thing, especially with Star Wars, is like people love Star Wars so much. So even if you just made all the loot boxes for cosmetics, like you have different costumes for your characters, people would eat that up. They would pay through the nose for that. So I don't understand why they decide you have to pay for like power-ups and all this other dumb shit. Like that's not fair. That's the whole problem.
Free-to-play games make a killing that way. Look at League of Legends.
Exactly.
And another thing, I think I was watching No the other day, and I believe EA, like, you got the iconic characters like Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, the main characters that you want to play because they are Star Wars. Like, people know who they are. They like the main characters of the franchise ever. Like
that's like hiding. That's like playing the Dragon Ball game, but Goku's locked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense because if you don't want to pay microtransactions, if you don't want to, whatever, get a loot box, but if you want to get it for free and grind it out, you have to spend. They calculate this up. You have to spend a total of 40 fucking hours to unlock one character, not 2, not 3, not 4 or 5. One fucking character, 40 fucking hours. That's what the backlash came from. 40 fucking hours, and after the backlash, they basically they decreased it. So now you got to spend 10 hours grinding just to unlock one character. That's still too much. So it's just so crazy that they are purposely trying to force people to pay more money because they know these people they don't want to grind that long. Who the hell want to spend thousands of hours?
Who the hell wants to spend 120 hours to unlock Luke Skywalker, Vader, and Princess Leia? Like, what the hell?
It's too many games. It is too many games out there for me to worry about one game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the shit? That's why this game is pretty much gambling. I'm glad they're getting invested in Europe. I'm glad that Disney caught wind of this after all the people were tweeting them about this child gambling shit. And I'm glad fucking Disney brought the hammer down on them because they deserve it. EA are shady as shit for all of this. And it sucks for DICE because DICE are making the game, but they don't have any say in this. So they just have to do what EA says. Like, this is on EA. Don't blame DICE for this. They're just the guys coding. But, like, EA is
unfortunately, DICE took a gamble.
Yeah, that's true. And DICE is probably going to be the one ending up paying for all this because EA is going to pass the blame onto them. They're probably going to close them down at some point. But, like, it is what it is. Nobody should be buying this game. Nobody should be accepting of the kind of shit they're pulling.
Like, over the past couple of years, like, just look at what's been going on with EA, with the Titanfall situation, with the Dead Space situation, now the Mass Effect situation. Like, it all comes together that EA just don't care about the consumers, man. Like, come on, there is a strong fan base for a Dead Space game. Like, there's a strong fan base, a really strong fan base for the Mass Effect series.
They
but
killed Mass
EA
Effect.
found a way to kill that series. Like, I don't know what it is about. Maybe they couldn't find a way to put loot boxes in that game. I don't know what it is. But what is their problem, man? They got so many good games, but they killing everybody. All their studios, they running away a lot of consumers. Like, the reason why they are still the top publishers in the industry, like I said a while ago, most of their games attract casuals. So when I say casuals, casual gamers are not looking at our podcast right now. Casual gamers are not looking at articles. They're not on YouTube. They're not looking up gaming news like we do. So that's why they still continuously and make the money that they make, because casuals are stupid and they're blinded, because all they care about is that one particular game. They're gonna spend probably the whole entire year playing, spending probably thousands of dollars on one fucking game. That's why I said EA is, I don't know, man. EA, they just EA, man. They can never change. They can never change until people start voting with their wallets. Yeah, it's good that they have a good backlash, but I'm so concerned. I'm concerned about how is the first week of sales of Battlefront, because if it's the same as the other Battlefront, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't want to hear all this talking from these people that's pissed. Start walking. Don't buy the game. Boycott the game. Fuck EA. Fuck all of them, man. Like, I'm sick of it, man. I'm still pissed off about Dead Space, because I love survival horror. That's why I'm going all in. I'm pissed, man. No more Dead Space, man. Like, the way I feel about Dead Space is kind of how I feel about Capcom if they get rid of Resident Evil. Oh,
they kind of did that technically.
No, they revitalized Resident Evil.
Only thing that's different about Resident Evil is in first person. That's it. But the game was good, and I felt that they
I feel they tried this time at least.
Yeah, it was a good game. Only thing I didn't like about it was too short, but I like the new direction they could build up on it. I still prefer third person, but first person, it's okay. I like it. They just need to do better. You know,
I fucking can't believe that they have exclusive rights to Star Wars. Oh, that's so irritating.
Fucking just like they got exclusive rights to the NFL.
Yeah.
I fucking hate EA, guys. I hate EA so much.
You know, back in the day when EA had got the NFL license, I think it was that same year or a year after, they went to the NBA and tried to get the license so they could just make NBA Live.
Oh my God, I'm glad they did not.
The NBA Association actually turned them down and said, no, they rather have multiple, people to choose. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
So I was like, thank God. Because
I'm glad they did not get that license, man, because NBA 2K shits on fucking live. It does. I heard the new live is good this year. That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, the mechanics are a lot better, but unfortunately, no one's giving it time of day because it's live.
They fucked it up.
Yeah, like the women's basketball saga is pretty fire.
It's pretty good. I picked it up for the PS4, and I've been playing it, and it is a lot better from the previous one. Like, what's that? The last one we got was NBA Live 16 or whatever, and 15. But I can say one thing: they motion capture is a little more is smooth, but they still need to work on it because some robotic shit had just come out of nowhere. It's like the animation is like hit and miss. It still got that robotic on certain things that you do, when you run in or, going up for a dunk or something, you just see that robotic stiff look. So they still got some work.
Also, I got to be blatantly honest, as racist as it's going to sound, but a large amount of people that play basketball games are, yes, the black community. And they got to work on those clothes games because them shoes be terrible.
Oh, my God.
There's no, you know it's true. How many people spend VC on nice outfits in 2K? Am I lying?
Well, I don't know what. I won't say majority of the consumers are black, because if you go to a basketball game, majority of the fans is at the basketball game are white.
Yeah, but if you look at a lot of the YouTube channels and stuff for 2K, it's a lot of black ones. And some of their videos don't just be like actual games. It be them putting on like shoes and outfits and stuff.
I don't know what to say about that. Whatever floats their boat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't watched the NBA in about 3 years.
Yeah, like Live is gonna have to make their outfits look better to really attract more people to play too. That's a huge problem.
Okay, are we still going all in on EA? Y'all want to rank some more? Y'all want to go to the next topic?
Let's move on. Fuck EA.
Okay. Ooh, man, like, man, I was about to say something else, man. Oh my God, like, it's just so crazy. EA has a lot of great IPs, man, but they find a way to fuck the consumers over and just turn down their studios. Like, I'm just so pissed off about them, man. Okay, let's talk about the Game of the Year awards. Matter of fact, when is the Game of the Year awards? Is it next week? 2 weeks from now? Is it December or I forgot?
I think they show it in December.
Is it December? Okay. So basically, the nominees of this year is a really good list, but it's one particular game on there that got a lot of people scratching their heads. It's not even a game yet. It's a fucking demo. It's in beta. Like, how can you call this game a game and it's not a game yet? I just don't understand. It's a nominee for Game of the Year. Are they trying to keep the PC guys happy that they got a game?
It's undeserving.
Game of the Year.
Completely
very
undeserving.
Like,
honestly, the PC community don't even watch awards.
Exactly.
I just don't understand about
it actually. That game actually just won PC Game of the Year today.
No, don't get me wrong. I heard the game is good. A lot of people said the game is really good, but if it's not a complete game yet, if it's not out, if it's still in demo mode, then how can you call it a game if it's not a game?
Shouldn't be.
That's my whole issue with this. But besides that game, you got Horizon Zero Dawn, deserving. Persona 5, very deserving. That's a great game.
I feel like these are the type of people that buy an album because they thought one single was fire on that album and don't listen to the other 19 songs.
Yeah, you're right about that. And of course, you got Zelda Breath of the Wild, very deserving. You got Super Mario Odyssey, very, very deserving. So overall, it has a very great list. And if all these games, if one of these games win besides PUBG, I will be happy because they all deserve it. And I played them all, and they all deserve it because I had a really great time with these games. So, okay, let's start with you, Alex. Like, what do you think about the list of the Game of the Year list? And which I already know which one you're gonna say. I already know which one you wants to win. But
yeah, there's only one game that's deserving to win. But the other ones are fine, except for PUBG. PUBG is an unfinished game. It may be fun, but it has multiple frame rate problems. It's an ugly game. And it's a still early access game, so I personally don't feel it should even be here. But it is there, sadly, even though it's undeserving. I feel Nier Automata should be there. Or
it should have been.
Maybe Wolfenstein 2.
Wolfenstein 2 is a great game. It's so freaking good.
Either of those are more deserving. And to top all of that off, the developer of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds says his game shouldn't be there and he does not want it to win.
Hold on, wait. Let me cut you off. John Bond, why Horizon deserving? Because it's a Sony game. Come on, John. John. Hold on, John. Wait.
Wait, what? He said it doesn't deserve it because it's a Sony game?
John, what do I have here? John.
I think you pissed him off, John. John, you pissed him off.
What do I have here? I have a Nintendo Switch, Xbox One X, and the PlayStation 4. Come on, John. Come on.
Oh, look, it's Santa Claus.
If there's a game that I want to play, doesn't matter what system, I'm going to play it. So there's no fanboy in me. Like, I played Horizon Zero Dawn, love it. Breath of the Wild, I loved it. Mario Odyssey, loved it. Like, Persona 5, one of the greatest JRPGs I ever played, loved it. Like, come on, man. Like, I just don't understand why you said it. Like, I love Horizon Zero Dawn. It ain't because it's on a Sony platform. I love it because it was a great game. Same with Zelda. It's a great game on Nintendo. Like, come on, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
To me, like, I want Odyssey to win, but I'm worried that Battlegrounds will win just because of its crazy cult following right now with its 20 million strong. That'd be really sad if a multiplayer only unfinished game that's buggy and has all these problems wins Game of the Year. Like, why even try anymore? Like, why bother? Is how I look at it. Like, why should games come out like Odyssey or Persona or Breath of the Wild that are like masterpiece games, which have like good visuals, nice music, they're consistently fun, and then you have this game which is like a buggy mess that's not even finished, winning Game of the Year. So like, the fuck, shouldn't be there. That's how I feel. It shouldn't be there. I don't think it meets the qualities of a Game of the Year.
If they game is just popularity, that's all. That's all it is. I don't.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. Like, that's not what Game of the Year is supposed to be, though.
These fanboys, you know what I'm saying? If it was any other company, you know what I'm saying, they'll lash out. But if it's only specific to their console, they don't care if it's finished or not. It should be Game of the Year. You know what I'm saying? And then if you giving me a beta, come on, how you put a beta up?
Like, if we're talking about like best multiplayer of the year, sure, that's whatever. That's just an online game. Like, I'm down with you for PUBG winning best multiplayer. That's fine, because it probably is the best multiplayer game. But the best overall game of the year, absolutely not. Because when you're talking about Game of the Year, you have to look at all aspects, not just fun. You have to look at music. You have to look at visuals. You have to look at frame rate. You have to look at content, of which all these games are superior to a PlayerUnknown Battleground. That's why it's the game of the year out of all the games. It has no place here.
If you look at that, hey, go back to let me see.
Which one?
Okay, I got it. I clicked on it. Okay, look at this list, people. Hold on. You have okay. Yeah, right there. Okay, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Persona 5, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, you got 2 games or action adventure, 1 a JRPG, and 1 a platformer. Those games right there redefine their genres. Like, those games they really deserve to be in the nomination of Game of the Year, because when you look back 10 to 20 years from now, when you look at a game like Horizon Zero Dawn or Zelda, like, those are the games that redefine their genres. Same with Persona 5. If you're a big JRPG fan, then, you know, you will look back 10 years from now and be like, man, that Persona 5 was so freaking good. And that's like probably one of the top JRPGs of all time. Matter of fact, in Japan, they said it was the best game of all time in Japan. That's according to the what was that, Mitsu, whatever. And of course, you got Mario. Of course, it's Mario. And Mario redefines platformers. And basically, let's just be honest, Mario is the best platformer game of all time. Let's just be real. And all these games came out in 1 year. So I that's why I just see, I don't know why I see PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, because that game don't even deserve to be even right by these games.
It doesn't even deserve to be in the conversation.
That's my problem with this. I don't know what else to say, man. You go ahead. I don't know what else to say about it.
There's more deserving games. Let's be real. Neo,
Wolfenstein.
Yeah, Nier Automata, Wolfenstein, maybe even Neo. I've not played Neo yet, but I heard that one's really good. Even Cuphead, I could accept Cuphead. Cuphead was a great game. Hellblade was a great game. That could be here too. This fucking shitty, unfinished game shouldn't be here.
I don't know what to say, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't win, because if it does win, that's just really sad.
Yeah, it is sad. Like, I'm almost finished with the Wolfenstein 2 campaign. I hadn't beat it yet because I've been so busy. I kind of want to stream it before I beat it. You know, I've been playing other games, been working a lot. Put in about 3 hours to the game the other day, and the story is so awesome, man. It's gruesome, very gory, but the story is the main reason I love the game. No, don't be wrong. The mechanics, the graphics, the music, even the music is freaking great. The Wolfenstein 2 music kind of remind me of Doom. It's just, I guess it's that rock and roll. Like it's crazy. It's
the same music team.
Yeah. So I don't. Why the hell Wolfenstein is not in the nominations, man? I just don't understand, man.
So
I don't understand, man. I don't know. Retro, what you think about it, man?
For me, I would say hands down, I would have to go with Zelda. It was a pleasant surprise for me. I know I talk about this like all the time, but I'm not a huge Zelda fan, and I loved that game. I loved it so much I beat the game twice and had more than 70 hours in it. I maxed out all my weapons and gear. I found that it was refreshing that you actually had like a level up system. You can literally traverse practically anywhere in the world. It had survival elements because even if you had a really good weapon, you had to like use it when you really needed it so it wouldn't break and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, it would have been nice if there was a little more story to the story, but the gameplay was like top notch. There was nothing to hate about that game. Mario, I didn't get a chance to play, but I've been looking at the reviews, looking at the gameplay, and like it's pretty solid. I mean, other than the demo I played at Best Buy, like it looks like it would be a pretty good game too. So I wouldn't mind that. Another game, even though it just came out, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get an award. I don't have to worry about. Ultra Sun of the Moon is definitely gonna get one because it's Pokemon, and it's the last one coming out for the 3DS.
Last one for the 3DS.
And the story is going to be crazy. What they're doing for this one is the other organizations that you faced in the original one are actually being led by Team Rocket and Giovanni. So all the gangs from all the Pokemon games are going to be in there, led by Giovanni.
Oh,
and
that's
you have
cool.
to fight all 8 of them. So that's going to be pretty fire.
Nice. What about you, Dirty?
I would probably go with Breath of the Wild for game of the year. Just for what they did with the Zelda and the stuff that Link can do, in Hyrule. It was awesome. I like how they did it, and I would have to go with Breath of the Wild.
Okay, that's all you got on that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, same me. Breath of the Wild. Yeah, with the new formula of the Zelda series, you don't want to go back to. You do not want to go back to because they did a lot of great things with this game. And basically, there could be some improvements that they need to do whenever they come out with another Zelda game. Maybe, more divine beasts, a better ending boss battle. The frame rates needs to be top notch. But my overall experience with the game, the amount of content in this game, it's just so much to do in this game. Like you could start the game out. You can go and start the game and go and face again if you want to. I don't know why would you do it. And for some strange reasons, somebody beat the game in like an hour. What the fuck, man? A butt-naked Link. That's so funny, man. No, but like this Breath of the Wild game will probably be that type of game, kind of like an Ocarina of Time, in which we're gonna go back 20 years from now. It'd be like that Breath of the Wild game was so freaking fantastic, man. Same with Mario. I don't want to downplay Mario. I know you're a big fan of Mario Odyssey. I'm a big fan of Mario Odyssey, but deep down inside of me, like I'm more of a Zelda fan than a Mario fan, and an action adventure game, I prefer more action adventure than platforming. So, that's why I pick Zelda Breath of the Wild. Even though Zelda Breath of the Wild might have a little bit more flaws than Mario, but overall, I think Zelda is a better game. That just, so I guess 3 of us say Breath of the Wild, and Alex, you want Mario Odyssey. So is that everybody? Is that everybody?
Pretty sure Nick picks.
Why are you choosing for Nick, man? He's not even here. He's not even here, man. You're just mad because most of us said Zelda. He wants us all to say Mario. Oh, fucking Nick. Okay, so that's about everybody on this. Okay, we kind of wrapping up kind of fast. Okay, so I guess the last topic of the day is what is my last topic? Oh, Switch. They won the PDD again, and what's so surprising? It's not even surprising that they won MPD. The other surprise is the fact the second best console It's not even PlayStation or Xbox. That is crazy. The second best console is not even from Sony or Microsoft. It's from Nintendo, man. The SNES Classic outsold the Xbox and PlayStation in America for the month of October.
That's not a surprise. You wouldn't believe how many people go to stores every day saying, I really don't game much anymore, but life is tough, life is stressful, so I wanted to relive my childhood with a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I got lucky last week and I finally bought mine. I bought it, and I was gonna ask you, Alex, what the hell did you do to mod it? Get all those games on there. I was gonna ask you that.
Huh?
How did you mod it?
It's not hard.
Okay, you got.
I would say there's about 10 YouTube videos you can find that gives you that answer. That way we don't, have to disclose that live.
No. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna ask you that after the podcast.
They will flag your channel in a heartbeat, bro.
No, whenever you have time. I'm not asking how you do it live. Whenever you have time. Yeah, I need to know. Because for $80, man, I kind of wanted more.
I'll only tell you how if you promise to put Turtles in Time on your SNES.
Oh my! I don't care, Alex. Look, man, this Turtles in Time.
Wait, do they have I forgot what's that program called that they got on PC that lets you NetPlay? Do they have NetPlay between like the NES classics so you can play with two people?
I've not tried that. I don't know.
That would be raw.
I don't know.
I know they have it for like the emulators and stuff, and you can play with friends on PC. If they actually have like a way that you can get it on there, just like you could the emulators, that would be beast. Because if they have the emulators, chances are you could probably get it.
Yeah. So anyway, Super NES Classic is second best, and I don't know who's. Oh, of course I do know it's PlayStation. Shows that it ain't Xbox. So PlayStation third and Xbox fourth. That's just crazy. Xbox in the home country is fourth place. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man. Oh my God. But I heard.
I don't know if it's embarrassing. I mean, good content.
They're only marketing.
It's just like Xbox going to Japan and dominate Japan. Like, come on, man. Come on. First of all, the Japanese market don't even like Xbox because Xbox don't offer the Japanese games in which Sony and Nintendo
they sold like 1,500 Xbox One X for the first week in Japan.
It's true. The last Japanese report I saw said it's too big and it's black. No homo. That was the actual comment.
Wow. Too big and black.
Too big and too black. We can't handle it.
Okay, that went kind of south.
They don't want that shit.
No, they don't want that shit.
But yeah, Switch Gang dominated for October, and they're gonna dominate in November too.
They might dominate November. I know the Xbox One X just came out, and I'm actually hearing great things about it. They actually selling really well in the UK and in Europe, and they said that it's sold better out here in North America. They ain't give us no numbers, but the way they talking, it seems very promising. But will it outsell the Switch in November? That is, I don't know, man. I don't see it because the Switch is $300 versus $500, and the Switch is that kind of console you can buy two of them for your household, or even three for your household. And the Xbox One X, you're not gonna buy more than one or two because they are $500 a piece. So just looking at the price,
I don't think it outsells the Switch. Not just the price, but it's still the honeymoon phase. Like once we get to like next month, when everyone starts finding all the problems with it, that's when things will start changing.
Well, I can believe that if Nintendo didn't have a shortage issue. They've been having a lot of shortage issues.
Their shortage issue seems to be sorted now.
Yeah, nah, it is. It depends on where you are. Like I know out here in New York, it's pretty easy to get a Switch now.
Yeah, but they still have the same issues in Japan. They still have shortage issues in Japan. But out here, no, we have Switches here. We don't have as many, but they are here.
But it's different for Japan because their whole nation is buying like handhelds.
They sold like 80,000 Switches this week.
Yeah.
That's like godlike stats.
Yeah, especially in a small country like Japan.
Yeah. And we're like, what, 7-8 months in, they're still selling that much in Japan? That's crazy.
So overall, like, that's going to be close, man. I still think the Switch is going to outsell everybody during the month of You know,
Switch and PlayStation
November.
are gonna be neck and neck because Sony's got some crazy ass Black Friday deals.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Was it $300 for the Pro, the PS4
Yeah,
Pro? That is
$300 for
crazy.
the PS Pro and Amazon.
That's the same price right now for the vanilla PS4. That's going to sell pretty good.
That's nuts. And the normal PS4 is going down to $199, and you get a $50 GameStop gift card. So that's like $150.
And then also Best Buy is selling like Samsung 4K 50-inch TVs for $379. So it's a combo of the two. Yeah.
See, that's why I decided not to get a 4K TV today. I'm gonna wait till next week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
wait till Black Friday.
I'm gonna put up a few $100s right now, and when I get my check next week, I'm gonna go ahead and get that HDR TV. I wanted to get it today. We almost didn't have a podcast today. I wanted to get it, man. I really want to see how Wolfenstein 2 looks on the HDR TV because it looks really good. Wolfenstein 2 on the Xbox One X looked really good on the 1080p.
You know what you could do? Search online. You can find out Best Buy's flyer for the next week's Black Friday sale, and buy the model that's going to be on sale. Buy it today, and then just go to the store a couple days after Black Friday, and then just get them to give you the difference back.
It's true. You can do that because the rule is 14 days from your purchase.
Is it 14 days?
It's 14.
Oh, here it's 30.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow. Yeah, we do 14.
That's still
not bad. Since Black Friday's coming up soon, you actually could do that and then come out like a bandit.
Yeah, that way you can
once we get closer to Christmas, you get more than 14 days, but until it's closer to Christmas, it's now 14.
Yeah, I really want to get an HDR TV because the way Dirty was explaining his experience with playing his Xbox One X games on the 4K HDR TV, he said there's a difference. Like some games, like the graphics are the same, but the textures is a lot different from the vanilla Xbox One.
HDR makes more of a difference than 4K.
Yes, that's I play my games on a 4K TV, but it's not a 4K HDR. Matter of fact, it's not even native 4K. It's just an ultra 4K TV. It's just it has some 4K features, but it's not a full-on 4K TV. I see a little difference, but it's really a 1080p TV. It upscales to 4K. It's not native. That's probably why I got it for $500. It's a 55-inch 4K smart TV. It was like $4 or something. It was almost $500. I got it on sale. It's a Philips 55-inch, but it wasn't bad. For almost $500, 55-inch. Yeah. But yeah, like I guess I should have waited. I should have waited for more detail about the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. Matter of fact, no. Actually, I knew that the PS4 Pro need a HDR TV. I guess the main reason why I got it because it was on sale and I knew I needed HDR, so that's my fault. I should have freaking spent a couple more $100 on the HDR TV, and now I'm stuck with this TV. I asked my wife, can I sell it? She said, fuck no. So I said, okay, I'm gonna buy another one. She doesn't want me to sell it, so yeah, I'm not gonna fight her. This is her TV. This TV came out of my money. This is my TV, but she's watching most of the time, and she claimed it, so I'm not gonna fight her. So I'm gonna have to buy me another TV. So yeah, like the Switch is doing awesome, man. Like it's just good that the Switch is basically, I won't say they back on top because Sony still hold that crown, but Nintendo is making a name for themselves once again. Not only just in the handheld department, they always been king of the handheld, but with the Switch being it's really a home console as well too. Nintendo, they trying to make it seem like it's more of a home console than a handheld, but really, let's be honest, it's selling really well because of the 2-in-1 aspect of this console.
Yeah, it fits a lot of people's lives. If you watch, a review tech made a video today about the Switch and how he feels that's his favorite console of all time now.
Yeah, like
it makes sense for people our age. Like he's in the same age bracket as us. Like once you're a little older, you don't have as much time to sit down and play games. So like that's why the Switch is so. Yeah, he doesn't look like we like the Switch. Look at Rich. He doesn't look like he's in his 30s. He's in his 30s, people. That dude looks like a grandpa, man. Yeah, Review Tech looks like he's 50. I think he's like 34. Man, that dude, he must have had a rough life, man. Right? Jesus Christ, man. Woo! But yeah, man, like not only the Switch is selling, like I know we talked about this last week, like third-party games are selling,
Doom is still in the top 5. Skyrim is now in
The only one
5.
not doing super hot is LA Noire. It just cracked the top 15.
Well, the game doesn't have as much hype as Doom and Skyrim.
I don't find that game appealing at all.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I thought about giving it a shot because this, basically it's $50, so it's a little cheaper than other games.
65 here.
Oh well, fucking count.
I was like, nah. I'll wait until you're like $20. Nah.
Yeah,
Give it a few months. The price will drop.
Yeah, definitely. It's a single player only game. It's gonna drop like crazy.
Yeah, I thought about buying Skyrim. I'm not sure if I want to buy it or not, but I'm hearing a lot of good things about it. A lot of great reviews.
Apparently, the Skyrim port is quite good on Switch, and same with LA Noire. Apparently, it's a very good port, but just like
Well, you got to remember, it's really a last generation game, so it
Yeah.
better be a good port. Just like with Doom. Doom was a good port, but it's really not. The game, if you play it on dock mode, it's gonna be at 720p majority of times, but it's gonna drop to like 600. When you get into those map.
the appeal of Doom on the Switch is the handheld though, because it's really ugly in dock mode.
It is, that's why I rebought it on my Xbox One because I will buy it for my Switch. I will get it, but I'm sorry, man. I gotta play by the 1080, man.
Doom on the go, it's really good. I don't play too many games on the go, but I have Doom on this thing all the time when I'm out and about, and it's awesome. Just going around killing demons for a few minutes, then go back to what I was doing.
That's the most attractive part about that, and I really think these games will do well. I think they will do well.
Yeah, Doom was
Everything seems to be doing well on the Switch. Xenoverse is doing well. Doom is doing well. Switch is somehow doing well.
But that's Nintendo's IP. I'm talking about third parties. That's my main concern because we know Nintendo games gonna sell.
Yeah, Nintendo games are gonna sell well.
Even though some of them might be shit, like 1-2 Switch, it's gonna sell. I don't know why. For some reason, if you take a shit and write the name Nintendo, it's gonna sell well. And you see Nintendo fans, man, they're so loyal to their company, man. I don't know what to say about that. But yeah, that's my main concern. These third parties and remember NBA 2K was number 1. It was number 1 for 2 weeks on the
that's great. That's really good.
That was
the only
really
one that sold poorly was FIFA, and that was their own fault.
That's for a good reason because EA sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't.
But Rive just came out today. I suggest picking up that game. I think in the US it's like $12.50. So
Rive? What is that?
It's a twin stick shooter game where you play like a little robot. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's going on, Cam? What's up, man?
Yo, what's good, man?
Not much. Glad you could join us, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
You just got off
I'm
work?
still at work.
Oh, damn. You still at work? Oh,
I didn't
man.
take a break yet.
Oh, damn. Yeah, man. We doing shit. We on our last subject. Well, we'll fill you in. We talked about the EA debacle that mess has been going on, the backlash and all that. Then we talked about the Game of the Year awards and what game deserves to win, what games deserves to be on the top nominees. I believe that they all deserve it except PUBG. And of course, we talking about the Switch won once again the MPD and. A crazy thing about it, the second best console as far as sales wasn't even from Sony or Microsoft. It's from Nintendo. Again, that's the SNES Classic. So we were talking about that as well. So I know you're at work, man. So, just I guess give us your little intro right quick, man. I really appreciate you. You've been following me a lot, man. I saw you on OJ's podcast the other day. You seem like a really cool guy, man. So, yeah, man, give me your intro right quick and tell me how you feel about the Battlefront right quick.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's Miguel Casanova, Hawaii's favorite YouTuber. People ask me why I call myself that, and it's because nobody else out here does. As far as it goes with EA, I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers saying, "Oh, we won," and I'm gonna say this: nobody won because EA is still gonna do the microtransactions.
Yeah.
So it's nobody won that. It's just Disney came down on them. So EA, as far as their practices, it's screwed. That's stupid what they're doing. But I saw in the comment section that Muhammad dude was saying he take microtransactions. I'm sorry. Yo,
we just need to pray for this guy. We need to pray.
That dude needs the Bible, man.
he's a loyal subscriber, but after today, I'm gonna pray for him, man.
Mohammed Team Facebook confirmed.
Oh my God, we love you, Muhammad, man. We
Oh
love
my
you.
goodness. As far as like PUBG, I don't understand how a beta, like, that blows my mind. A beta, like, getting nominated like that, no, that's not even. It shouldn't be. I think that should be, probably multiplayer game, maybe, but no, I don't think it should have been up in nominations at all. As far as the NPD thing, yeah, like, people still don't want to admit that Nintendo's bad.
Yep. BG.
BG.
Oh, he hates Nintendo so much, man. It's just so funny. He's hating. Oh my God. He tells people not to buy Nintendo products, but he's sitting up here and buying all these games that don't even deserve to be bought. EA's games like Shadow of War. He's supporting these bad business practices, but at the same time telling people not to buy games from Nintendo. But these games are quality games. They're finished product and they're great games. What a hypocrite.
Basically, he's just saying that because he knows, you know what I'm saying? I know he's a Sony fan. He knows Sony don't have first party games to back up the PlayStation 4 alone without third party.
Right.
He knows that. So he's not going to badmouth any third party game that's coming to the PlayStation 4 because the PlayStation needs it.
And he gets review codes. Let's don't
too.
forget that. He gets
That's the
review
main
codes.
thing. All right, fellas, I would like to stay longer, but I must leave.
Oh yeah. That's right. You got to go. Okay. Give us your outro right quick, Alex, and I guess we continue on.
All right. What's going on, people? Actives in here. It's a fun podcast. Game of the year talk. Fuck PUBG. EA. You're done, son. Nobody's buying your shitty ass game. Nintendo's winning. Nintendo's killing it. I don't know why people want to not believe this reality, but the Switch is a game changer console. So get on board or get out of the way. And I will see you guys next week.
All right, peace. Appreciate you coming.
Yep. Bye.
All right. So Mikhail, like, okay, what you think about? Okay, so you gave us your thoughts about the Battlefront II. The game of the year. What was that last one we was just talking about? The MP. Oh, so I guess you did give a share and take. That was pretty fast. Okay. Who was going a while ago? Retro, was you going with the MPD?
Oh yeah, I have finished mine.
What about you, Dirty? Did you go?
Yeah, I went.
Okay. Anybody? Okay. Do you have an Xbox One X, Mikhail?
Yeah, I got the Project Scorpio.
Okay, cool. Do you have a 4K HDR TV?
I don't have HDR, but I do have a 4K.
Okay, so what is your first experience with the Xbox One X? Do you see the difference? I know it's on the 1080p TV. They said you will see a difference, but you're not going to get the top notch until you get a 4K HDR. But from the vanilla Xbox One to the Xbox One X, well, how do you feel about it? Was it worth the purchase?
I actually think it was. Like, I tried it because on my wife's workstation, like on her computer and whatnot, she's got a 1080p, I think it's 100 or 240 refresh rate monitor. And I can see the difference on that one, like better textures, like smoother, you see way more detail. But when I put it on my 4K monitor, it looks nice. And I can only imagine what it will look like when I get like an HDR. Like, I'm waiting for Black Friday. Like, I have like 3 4K TVs. That's because I scooped them every time there's a Black Friday sale. That's why I went and scooped one.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till Black Friday to get my 4K HDR. I wanted to get one today, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put up some money, next week, get some more money and get that TV. I didn't want to rush to get just anything today, so that's why I'm gonna wait. But playing the games on a 1080p TV, well, I got a 4K upscale. Like, I get 4K features, but not the full deal. But I do see some difference. Coming from Dead a while ago, he said like the difference between 1080p and a 4K HDR TV. Like, yeah, you need that HDR because you will really see the details with these characters, the textures, just looking at the fact, looking at the fact that, you know, this console is $100 more than Sony, but it was well worth the patience because I have a PS4 Pro, and sometimes I can't even tell if it's a Pro or it's a standard PS4. I kind of wish that Sony could have waited or just wait for a PS5. You know, since they just came out with the Pro last year, I better not hear about no PS5 talk until at least 2 to 3 more years later. Because if a PS5 get announced at this year's E3, I will be heated because I just put $400 for the Pro not too long ago, man. The Pro is almost a year old now. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of gamers will be very disappointed if a PS5 come out. Like, it's just too many damn consoles. You know, now the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X is out right now. We got at least get 2 to 3 years of these two consoles. And, you know, before we talk about the next generation, that's if we have a next generation, because Microsoft, they talking about they don't want no more generations. But I'm not sure how Sony feel about that. Not sure how Nintendo feel about that. But yeah, the Xbox has been dry all year, but since it's the holidays, a lot of these games came out, third-party games. Like the Xbox One X is it's getting a lot of playtime, especially for me. You know, but during the first half of this year or 3/4 of this year, I've been gaming mainly on my PS4 because PS4 had a lot of great games that came out early this year. You know, with the Nier, Horizon, Persona, the Uncharted, Lost Legacy. They had a lot of great games that came out this year, even Crash Bandicoot. So now, you know, now those times is gone. Now we in the holidays, the rush time. Lots of good third-party games. Even Battlefront looks like a good third-party game, but I'm not touching that piece of shit. But you know, now it's a time to play an Xbox console because there is games on there. I know a lot of people like to say Xbox ain't got no goddamn games. They don't got no damn exclusives. But there are games on the console because they still got more third-party games than Nintendo. Let's just be real. They still got the third parties. I wish Nintendo get the same third parties that Microsoft gets, you know. But I know I guess we could talk about this. Okay, with this Xbox, you know, I wouldn't plan on talking about this, but we could talk about the Xbox One X situation. Like, so 3 of us in this panel do have an Xbox One X. 30, he's the only person that has a 4K HDR TV. But from my experience of the Xbox One X the first week, I do see a difference. I see a difference with these games. I did play Halo. I streamed Halo 5 the other day, live streaming, and the textures look better. Of course, like the original Halo 5 for the vanilla Xbox One, I believe they used was a dynamic. What was it? They, in order for them to
dynamic range.
Dynamic range. In order for them to hit that 1080-60, they use dynamic range. So basically, it'll be some areas that be blurred out, so they can hit that 60, get that 60 frame, that 60 FPS. You know, but since the Xbox One X is now out, you ain't gonna see no blur. The textures look a lot better. The game overall looks a lot better. It runs very well. And I looked at Digital Foundry video the other day. They said that this Halo 5 right now should have been the game that came out. Like maybe Microsoft should have waited until the Xbox One X to come out and make Halo 5 Guardians the showcase of the Xbox One X, since Halo is their bread and butter. Maybe they should have waited, because you know some people, they just got turned off because let's just be real. For some reason, people want a lot of power. And if you ain't got that much power, it turns off a lot of people. And that's just how it is in this damn gaming industry now. It's all about power to a lot of people, not me. You know, I like power, but I like good games as well too. But yeah, Miguel, before I guess I go to you first. Your first week of the Scorpio, what is your experience with the Scorpio compared? Do you have a PS4 Pro? Do you have a Pro?
Yeah, I have the actually I have 2 PS4 Pros because
nice.
My wife is she's just as much a gamer as I am. So whatever I get, I gotta get 2 of.
Man, you big money, man. Big money. People calling me rich.
Yeah, I'm lucky I got the job I got, because if I didn't, just gaming would have me in the hole.
Man.
But like for real, like I've experienced a significant difference, like especially like playing Final Fantasy 15 on the Xbox One X looks significantly different and better to me than it does on the PS4 Pro, because I kind of felt like the PS4 Pro was not that pro that it claims it is. It's like it felt like a half step. Whereas I feel like with the Xbox One X, it's something that I'm gonna have around for the next 5, maybe I'm hoping 5 or 6 years. I'm pushing, I know that, but it feels like a significant upgrade. I'm noticing that the load times are shorter. I don't know if you noticed that too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You know, the games just, I don't know, like they feel like when I was playing Halo, I played Gears of War 4, both in the 4K mode and in the performance mode. I'm like, man, this feels like a brand new game. I even went back and played Gears of War 3 with the enhancements, and it feels like
it is
different game, yo. But I'm impressed with, like, I it's funny because I know a lot of people were saying, like, why would you spend $500 on the Xbox One X? There's no games. Why would you get that? And then now that's coming out and people giving it good reviews, then people are quiet.
Yeah. So I guess the only ammunition a lot of these fanboys got is Microsoft ain't got no games for exclusives. That because like a few years ago, like it was on the flip side about the power. Like they was making fun of the Xbox 900p games versus PlayStation 1080p when it comes to the multiplayer. So there's been a lot of troll videos about that, and now the narrative has changed. Like I'm gonna just keep it real, man. It ain't just because I'm an Xbox fan. I'm a fan of gaming, and I see the hypocrisy in this community, and it's just crazy. And now Microsoft have the better platform. Now the ammunition is exclusives, and yeah, they are right. Like Microsoft need to get on those exclusives, build more studios, get more games, get more not just shooters. We need more games like like a Japanese RPG or survival horror or action. They need more genres. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And the only genres that you could think of on Xbox consoles is shooters, Bros games. And if you go to Sony's consoles, Sony has just about every game you can think of, every genre you can think of. That's why they're so popular, because they got games that cater towards everybody, even games for kids, kind of like a Knack. If you like Knack, Knack and Ratchet and Clank, that's a good one. You got the Crash, there's games that cater towards the younger audience. That's something that Microsoft needs to take notes. I know Super Lucky Tales just came out, but let's just be real. Super Lucky Tales looks like a game for babies. I'm just gonna be real. I heard it's okay, but it's just not my cup of tea, man. It's not my cup of tea.
They sent me a review code today.
Oh, nice.
And I'm over here like, really? And they're like, yeah, because we need more people playing the game. I'm like, well, it's kind of funny. You're gonna hype up a 4K, the most powerful console ever, and then you're gonna show Super Lucky's Tale. I'm like, that don't make sense.
that is not a showcase game. That is not a showcase game for a powerful console. That's what they messed up at, man. So you still going with your impressions, Mikhail? Or you finished?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay, so Dirty, I guess you told me before we start the podcast, what's your first week experience with the with your Xbox One X? And since you have an HDR 4K TV, you have all the bells and whistles, man. So explain to the audience, what's your first impressions?
My first impressions, man, were the enhanced games that they put the patch out for that I still had, The first game was Call of Duty, and that game looks nice. The campaign looks nice. It looks like a real World War II setting. It has that it has that war look to it. Like in the air, like when you look up in the sky, you can see it. I'm trying to explain it, like when you look at Saving Private Ryan and war movies, It that look of that haze in the air because of all the gunfire and the bombs dropping, and you see buildings on fire that got smoke coming from it. It has that World War look to it, and I like that. I mean, even just looking in the sky, you would think that you would see a clear sky. No, you see the sun trying to push through the clouds and the smoke, and that looks awesome. It has that look. The character models, textures on them look nice. We're like in a forest now, and the mud and the tracks that the tanks and the cars make that we traveling through. I mean, it looks like real mud, like you could just touch it. That's how real it looked. I'm like, this is nice. So like I told you at the beginning, the next game I went to was Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider looks good in native 4K. It looks good. 2K with HDR, the lights, the color, the stadium, it looks nice in HDR. The colors come out. You still get a better texture on the players now. Everything is like smooth. The next game I tried was I only tried it for maybe a good 5 minutes. Was what is the racing game?
Forza?
Forza 3, Horizon 3. The HDR net pushes out the colors, especially on the cars and stuff like that. The colors really come out on that game. And now I'm checking out Gears of War 4. And what I'm looking at now, because we're in the storm, and it had that big tornado. Remember, that was the first time when Microsoft actually showed Halo 4, and they showed them what it was nighttime, and they had the flashlights on the gun, and they was side of the storm, and it was like a tornado. That what we seen there is damn near what you see on the 4K TV. I kid you not. That was the Gears 4 that we seen, was that 4K. That was the one we seen that we thought the vanilla Xbox One was going to do. Don't get me wrong, the game wasn't ugly, but that look, color, and texture just wasn't there on the vanilla. But now it is in 4K HDR. It looks just like what they showcased at the event. I think that's when they revealed it, at the event or at E3. Whenever they showed it, that's it right there on the 4K TV. The other games I have to check out next is Ghost Recon. I got to check out Ghost Recon, and I think it's Gears 3, and I think maybe like 2 other games I might have to check out that has the enhanced patch to it. But overall, man, I'm satisfied with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, with just the details, you get more detail, textures, and smoothness to the characters and the models and stuff, and the lighting. It looks good. I can't complain. And you're definitely going to see a difference when you pick up your TV next week with the HDR. You're going to see a difference. And if you still have Tomb Raider, if you don't have that Tomb Raider, pick it up. Rise of the Tomb Raider, rebuy it, because it's dirt cheap, like $19 or $15. Rebuy it, because I'm starting to play this game over from the beginning in native 4K, just to see how the whole world look again in native 4K. It looks that good.
Yeah, it does. It looks real good.
Now you get to see what I finally saw.
I was going to say, there's only one person that I know of that wants a PlayStation 5, and that's Stone Fox Media.
Oh my God. See, that's why I don't watch this video. I ain't watched his videos in months, man. Like, this dude is so salty, dude. Like, he is too old to be acting that way. Just looking at it, he probably maybe mid-30s, early mid-30s. how old he looks and the way he acts like a teenager. He kind of acts like he was a part of that Nintendo versus Sega back in the day. That's how you feel about Sony and Microsoft. Like, come on, man. Like, just call it what it is. Sony fucked up and Microsoft won up them for once. For once, Microsoft actually won up Sony. Like, come on, man. Like, they made a mistake with the Pro. They made a mistake with the Pro. I guess the reason why I bought it because it was new. For some reason, I'm just a sucker to new technology. I like new consoles. I fall for it all the time. Yeah, like a lot of people is guilty with that. Even though you said that you didn't want to buy, I say I wasn't gonna buy the Pro. I say I wasn't gonna buy the X. Guess what? I bought the X. So I basically, I guess I'm a hypocrite. But yeah. Like when it comes to new stuff, a lot of us are suckers to buy it. And I'm pretty sure so far, media, I'm pretty sure he got a Xbox One X. I'm pretty sure he's hoping and praying to God that PS5 would come out so they could one up the Xbox One X. Like, come on, man. Just play the game. Shut up. Just enjoy the PlayStation.
He wants it in the next 3 months.
Like, overall, the PlayStation, they is dominating the industry, the gaming industry. What more do you want? Like, if they come out with a PS5, then what does that say? What does that say about Sony and their business practices? Like, the Pro just came out. So this is basically a new console. Even though it's a mid-generation upgrade, like, basically since it's a mid-generation upgrade, we expect another 3 years for the Pro. So if we're going to get a PS5 announcement at E3, then it's gonna be a lot of backlash. It's just like if Microsoft, they decide to come out with another Xbox console and there's a freaking announcement, not this E3 but next year's E3. So it's barely been out on the market for a year and now they already trying to trash the thing. Like, come on, man. If someone do that, I'm pissed. People like Stone Fox Media, I don't take serious because he's just a fanboy. He's a fanboy just like a lot of these guys in this game community. They're fanboys. I'm a gamer. We're gamers. Like we're tired of paying all these goddamn money on all these consoles. They're here. Like, we want at least 5 good years with these consoles. With the Switch is here, I at least want 5 good years for the Switch before Nintendo decides to bring out another system, or maybe they might come out with a more powerful Switch. Get us either another tablet or a dock that can basically. What is the purpose of that dock anyway? Like, I don't know. What is with that dock? Like, I thought that dock was supposed to help with the with the horsepower. It doesn't do nothing. It doesn't do nothing.
I think we talked about that a very long time ago.
But
I remember you and Alex was talking about it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Nintendo just wanted to be different, and they wanted to make the equivalent of what an HDMI cable would do, just plugging it into the TV. That's really what it does.
But the price of it, like, it doesn't justify what it do. It's just a glorified HDMI. That's all it is. For $80, is it $80 or $90?
I think it's 80.
That's still too much money. Like,
what, for the docks?
For the dock, that's too much money.
I know a lot of places online, I think, are selling about $15, $20 now because everyone's realizing it doesn't really do anything. I mean, that's about how much you would pay for an HDMI cable anyway. About $15, $20, depending on the length.
True. That's true.
Well, I'm hoping with the Xbox One X, we can get 5 to 6 years out of this console.
Oh yeah, we should.
Because even if Sony comes out with a PlayStation 5, there's no need for Microsoft to let's just say it comes out, PlayStation 5 come out in like 2 years from now. There's no need for the Microsoft fans to fear anything because it's going to be around the same par as the Xbox One X. Because you have to think about it, and a lot of people is not thinking. A lot of people is pushing for 4K. They want this resolution. They want the most realist looking game ever. You got to think about it. Sony gave us this horsepower, right? They gave it to us for $500, right? Now, got to think about it. Game consoles now that was $299, $399. Those days are gone.
Yeah.
And guess what? When the next Xbox come out, they're not going to scale down the next console. They're not going to give you 4.5 teraflops. They have to go up from 6 teraflops. So guess what? Them consoles is going to stay $500. So with everybody from last generation trying to push for more realistic graphic and just enjoying the game, you know what I'm saying? Because last generation 360 PS3, those games were not really at all.
Yeah.
But everybody is keep pushing for a better resolution. Oh, we thought we was going to get this big, you know, like from standard HD to HD. I'm like, no, you wasn't going to get that with the 1 and the 4. It was just going to be a little small upgrade, and I think next generation would have been for 4K. But since for some reason they just pushed it out, you know, 3 years in the lifespan of the console, I'm like, who does this?
No.
Because now these consoles will have to, the Xbox One X will have to stay out, I would say, almost as long as the 360 did. Because there's no way that you're going to give us another console with better specs of what the X has now, and $300 and $400. You're not. We're staying in the $500 price range and maybe $600, because the power will have to be there. They will have to wait a long period of time to give us another Xbox with 15 DDR5 RAM and instead of 6 flops, giving us, you know, 8.5 flops. We will have to wait some years in order for them to get that in the box where we can afford it.
Yeah.
People are crying about the place. I mean, the Xbox One X now. I'm like, oh, $500. That's just too much. No, I look at it as that extra $100 gave me a 4K Blu-ray player that the Pro didn't.
Yep, that is true. And that not only gave us a 4K Blu-ray player, we get to put our original OG Xbox One games in that console. We can't put the PS2 games in the Pro. We could put 360 games in the Xbox One. We can't put PS3 games in the Pro. So there's a lot of great things about this console. It's just the only thing that concerns me is first party. They need more first party games. That is the only thing that Microsoft is lacking. And if they had the type of first party games like Nintendo or Sony has, then I don't see why they can't be on top, because they had the top-notch console, they had the top-notch features, they had the top-notch customer service. Because when it comes to these Japanese customer service with Sony and Nintendo, they suck. I can't stand their customer service because they suck. Sometimes they can be very anti-consumer. Even Nintendo, I'm a big Nintendo fan, but their business practice is just as bad as Sony. I'm just gonna be real. With Microsoft, like every time I call, they open 24/7. Every time I have an issue, they always own it. You know, but there's a lot of great things with the Microsoft brand, but the only thing that their Achilles heel is like the main thing, and it's games. You have to have games to sell your console. Don't sell your console just for third-party games. Like you need games on your console in which you can't play on other consoles. That's what they're lacking right now. So if they could get that resolved, then it's going to be a lot more momentum with the Xbox One X. There's momentum now because it's just launched. It came out, and there's a lot of momentum because of the power within this machine. A lot of people love power. Now, if Microsoft get more games, then we got us a good console war going on. You know, but in the meantime, until they get that situated, you know, a lot of the attention gonna be on PlayStation and Nintendo, because PlayStation got, let's be real, they got the best first-party IPs ever. Nobody can never touch Nintendo's first-party games. But Sony, on the other hand, they have good. No, don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to downplay Sony. They have really great IPs with Uncharted and Last of Us and Ratchet and Clank. You know, God of War. They had really great IPs. But Nintendo, I could just name a whole bunch of IP. They got too many, man. Too many. But
I definitely agree with you, Real. And the only thing, in my opinion, I think Microsoft is going to announce more first party games. To me, there's no reason to bring out this One X and you have no first party games. And I'm not talking about games like Sea of Thieves. I'm talking about original games. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you know, Halo. Halo 6 and Gears 5 or whatever. But I'm looking at next year. Microsoft is going to start letting us know, here go exclusive titles. They gave us the One X, and you know we could play all the the old games we done played, you know, a year to 2 years ago, and see the difference with the third party. That's what I think. It's my opinion. That's what I think Microsoft is doing. Is letting us see these old games that we already played like a year or two from now, and even the ones that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like Shadow of War, we get to see those third party games in 4K.
Yeah.
Once everybody was like, man, it looks good. The One X is selling over the holidays. That's when Microsoft is going to say, okay, here go a couple of games, here go a couple of games there, and hopefully at E3 we could see a lot of exclusive titles coming to the Xbox. That's what, because for them to put this thing out with no games, man, they just shooting themselves in the foot.
You know, so, I have an opinion on it too.
Benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna wait to next year. You know what I'm saying? When next year start coming around, I want to hear little rumors that Microsoft got something planned. They got some new game project that's in the works and blah blah. And as we get closer and closer to E3, we should start seeing leaks, hearing leaks. That's what I'm waiting for.
Okay. You said something, Kel?
Yeah. Here's my thing too. Is I've seen a lot of people like journals and YouTubers and all that crap on Microsoft with the no games thing and all that power but no games, but I feel like nobody's been really paying attention to the fact that Microsoft ain't bothered at all. Like they got something Phil Spencer has said before, like we got games we haven't even announced.
Yep.
So I used to work for Microsoft, like I know they got money to blow. But when they working on something big, at some point, the closer we get to it, they gonna start leaking it. Because like the Xbox One X, I used to work, like the last year I worked for Microsoft was 2015, and I saw a prototype for that at Redmond, Washington, and I was like, man, that's crazy. But I didn't think they were going to release it. But there's, I don't think like Sea of Thieves, no, that's not going to be the major selling thing. They pull in. They're going to have to pull something. And I think E3 next year is going to silence a lot of people that's going to hate on, well, except for Stone Fox Media. But it's going to silence a whole lot of people.
That dude's a fraud. He's a fraud, man. That's why I don't watch his videos no more. I'm done watching his videos. Oh, my God. Yeah, like the last couple of years, been a whole bunch of Project Scorpio that. And of course, the Xbox One X is out, man. Like, what's next for Microsoft? You have your console out. So what's next? It's games. You have to concentrate on games. You got to build more first-party studios. You need a lot more. So basically, I think that's what's going to happen. There's going to be some announcements at E3. I felt that last year's E3 was very underwhelming with Microsoft and PlayStation. Microsoft had a little bit better E3 presentation. At least they show a lot of indie games, but as far as exclusive, wasn't very many exclusive first party, wasn't really nothing. And the Sony's conference was basically a remastered E3 from the previous year. Let's just be real. But I'm calling it right now. E3 2018. I feel that since the Xbox One X is out the way, now it's time to get dirty. Now it's time to do what you're supposed to do, make games for your Xbox console. I just felt like these past couple years, ever since they announced games going to Windows, I know a lot of people said it was a bad idea, some people said it's a good idea. I'm in between. The reason why, because you're giving less people to buy an Xbox console when you put your first-party games on Windows or Steam or whatever. You ain't gonna see Nintendo or Sony put their major first-party games on freaking Windows or Steam. I know Halo is not on Windows yet. But then again, whenever the Halo 6 comes out, if they put this on Windows,
they kind of have to be honest.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just think about how this year has gone for Microsoft prior to the X coming out. They've had a really rough time, and they had games like Sunset Overdrive and stuff that should have sold that didn't sell well on the Xbox. So figure, since they have two platforms they can work on, they might as well put it on both. So if one's not buying, they still have the other platform to sell the games on.
Yeah.
Because I mean, all the money they didn't get on Xbox, let's be honest, the PC crowd did buy the Sunset Overdrive. So
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. I'm still in between. I am in between because I'm a huge Xbox fan. I want Xbox fans to support their games, not go to another platform to get more sales. But it makes sense. It makes business sense to have more people an opportunity to buy these games. But when it comes to Nintendo and Nintendo and Sony, they got to worry about it because they know their fans going to show up and buy their games. When it comes to Uncharted, when it comes to God of War, Last of Us, when it comes to those games, Sony fans will show up. When it comes to Mario, Zelda, like Mario Kart, Smash, Nintendo fans are going to show up. With Microsoft, Halo, Gears, and Forza. Halo, Gears, and Forza. That's all we hear is Halo, Gears, and Forza. So that's one thing they need to get addressed, man. We need more franchises that we can put in that mix with Halo, Gears, and Forza. That's what we need. We need another. Microsoft, they need a W. They need to stop taking these L's because they need a W. They've been getting too many L's with closing down Lionhead Studios. I don't know if we ever have a Fable game again. Canceling Scalebound, like that was a very highly anticipated game. Like they just been taking a lot of L's lately, man.
let's not forget Xbox still has 2 really solid games coming, like games, because these are going to be phenomenal games. Keep in mind, for the first time ever, a Kingdom Hearts game is not going to be on just Nintendo or Sony. Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be on Xbox as well as PlayStation this year. So you got that. And then I'm trying to think, there was one more game that was supposed to be coming out for the Xbox.
Yeah.
Do you remember what else was supposed to be coming out other than
you got State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3. Is that it?
I'm trying to think. There was supposed to be another RPG coming out other than Kingdom Hearts 3.
Are you talking about third-party game or an exclusive?
Like a third party.
I heard they're actually working on Lost Odyssey 2.
Really?
I heard that from a source. Don't quote me as that being 100% true, but that's just something I heard. Because that was a good game that I feel like a lot of people didn't play back then.
Yeah. Actually, it was free if you got gold. I got it free a few months ago. I just hadn't played it. I got so many damn games, man. I just hadn't got to, man. Like, when it comes to great features, bang for your buck, man. Like I've been getting a lot of that with my Xbox console, man. Like I know a lot of people bitch about that you pay $60 a year to play online, but let's be real. Like each month you get between 2 and 3 games for free. I know people say it's not free because you're paying for it, but I'm looking at the quality of these games. If you look at all the 2 to 3 games you get for free a month compared to the PlayStation Plus, like let's just be real, the PlayStation Plus games be garbage a lot of times. Let's be real. And you basically paying $60 now $60 a year for some reason. I don't know why. Because their server sucks. It's not even in the same stratosphere with Xbox Live, but they decide to charge an extra $10 because they feel like it because they're on top. That's why somebody need to basically put them in their place, because when it comes to these larger corporations, they feel that they can monopolize the industry. They feel they can do anything. They can give out bad business practices because they know that they can get away with it because they got the consumers to back it up. They got the money to back it up. Like when it comes to stuff like that, I'm just not a big fan of that, man, because they will basically get relaxed. They're not going to listen to the consumers. They're going to basically just going to EA you. Let's just be honest. They're going to EA you. And so the way that these fans they stood up against EA, PlayStation fans need to stand up against Sony with a lot of their bad business practices. That's why I'm not paying for PlayStation Plus no more. I'm done because I'm just so freaking sick and tired. When I talked to that rep a few weeks ago, when I lost over 50 hours of content from Persona 5, when I traded in my PS4 for PS4 Pro, and I thought that all my games were saved under the cloud, I thought wrong. They say you have to back it up, but with Xbox, you don't need to back it up. It's automatic. And I told that Sony rep, why the fuck I said it exactly like it. Why the fuck did you jack the price up from $50 to $60 a year if you can't get these little small issues addressed. I cussed him out, and he didn't know what to say, so I looked up in his face. I said, never again. I'm not paying for PlayStation Plus no more. I'm done. I'm done. So honestly, I really just bought the PlayStation console for first-party games. Like I did buy some third parties, but since Xbox One X came out, you know, Xbox always been my third-party machine. But since we got a new console, a very powerful, a lot of great things coming up, you know, coming to the console, the great feature, get to play the OG Xbox game, 360. You know, I ain't talking about, you know, I ain't talking about you gotta buy it digitally. No, you can actually put the physical disc in there. Like stuff like that. I love stuff like that. So Microsoft gave me more of a reason to play on their console more. You know, like I say, it's third-party season. It's the holidays. A lot of third-party games are coming out. You know, I played Wolfenstein, played Evil Within. You know, I've been playing some of my backlog games from the 360. I've been playing Halo. I've been playing a lot of games, man. You know, because I feel that Microsoft is actually listening now. That's how I feel about it. And if we get that first-party games coming, then, like I say, my PlayStation console is just going to only be my first-party machine, and my Xbox is going to be my third-party and first-party machine. It's going to be my main console besides my Switch. I don't know. But I don't know. Anybody else has anything to say before we get to the questions? We about to hit our 2-hour mark.
I was going to say, I've been wondering why PlayStation hasn't adopted Microsoft's cloud backup for the longest. Because it makes no sense that I got to manually upload everything to their server when I go between consoles. It makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense. I'm still waiting on an explanation for the price hike for the PlayStation Plus. I'm still waiting. They still didn't give us no explanation. It's bullshit.
It is complete BS. Especially like I play a lot of fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
And when I try to play online, like it takes, like say if I play Street Fighter 5 or Tekken 7, it takes me 20 minutes to find one match.
Oh,
that's how
damn.
bad the servers are.
Damn.
It's anyway, I gotta head back to work.
Okay.
I was at work.
Hey man, I really appreciate you coming by, man. I don't mind having you back on whenever you can. I know we got a time difference since you're from Hawaii.
Yeah, man, just let me know. I'm down. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, and I guess before you leave, I'll get to your outro and I guess that'll be it. Get your outro out the way.
All right, y'all gonna hear some ambulances because I do work for one of the hospitals out here. But this is Mikhail Casanova, Hawaii's favorite YouTuber, and I got all the ambulances. That means I gotta go.
Oh damn! Okay. All right, people. That's Mikhail here, and appreciate you coming by. And you're a cool dude, so you're more than welcome to come back to the podcast. And I guess after that, get to our questions, man. Get some questions out the way, people, before we end the podcast. It's been a really good podcast. Good podcast. Questions. No Sega questions today, people. And I shouldn't even say that. They about to ask a lot of it.
How bad would the damage control be for the Doctorate and the Nintendo fanboys and Battlefront 2 was on Switch?
Is he still on that, Muhammad Ali? Just let it go. Let it go, man. Let it go. Doctorate. Like, I don't even really watch his videos that much because he damage controlled too many times, man. Like, I don't know, man. I have a few select YouTubers that I watch on a consistent basis, but some of these frauds out here that don't play games, you're on YouTube all the time, you hype up video games in which you don't even play, makes me don't want to watch your content because he's been exposed multiple times for hyping these games up, and when people ask him to show your in-game time, he doesn't want to show it because he didn't play it. So it's just sad. So that's why I don't really watch him that much. I know some people don't really like OJ. I like OJ. He's cool with me. I stop by his streams. He say what's up. So I have my opinions about him. We have our differences. And some of y'all don't like. I keep it professional. I know a lot of y'all in the chat. Y'all got your opinions about him. So I'm gonna just keep it professional. That's all I'm gonna say. What else is in the chat? Should Battlefront 2 be Game of the Year? You tripping? Game of the Year. Should be Dud of the Year. Ain't no Game of the Year.
Scam of the year.
Scam, yeah, you're right. If there was a category for scam, then that would have win that. EA would win that every year, dude. For real.
They be like the Monstars from Space Jam. We cheated as hard as we could.
Okay, should Sonic Team stop making 3D Sonic games? Man,
Yes, absolutely.
Much as I hate to say it, yes. Much as I hate to say it, I'm a big Sonic fan. Yes, like I just hadn't enjoyed that many 3D Sonic games. Maybe they need to go back to the 2D because that's when they was great. Or go back to the Adventure series. What happened to the Adventures?
But you know what's funny though? I played the Adventure series recently because I have them on Steam. They're all like available there, and it was not as good as I remember. Like if you go back and play the game, it really didn't hold the test of time. Where you can go back to the older Sonics when he was just 2D, and they're still really solid games. And I think what really kills it for the Adventure series for me when I played that I didn't notice when I was younger, the voice acting is beyond awful.
Yeah,
talk about the worst dubbing ever. And then on top of that, the controls are horrible. Like if you're really good at Sonic games, you die more playing it because the controls are so bad. Like if you run too fast in certain levels with Sonic, when you do the little loop-de-loops and stuff, you'll go through it. Literally go through it. And on bridges and stuff, when you're running too fast, you'll go through it. It's like the better you are at Sonic games to where you can run without getting hit and he picks up more speed, the game just starts like glitching because you're going so fast. And that's not good at all.
That's not good. I don't know, man. Maybe they need to hand the keys out to Christian Whitehead because what he did to that Sonic mini game was pure gold. Like that game was so awesome, man. And maybe he needs to take over for the Sonic team. He needs to do something. Because Sonic Team has been taking too many L's this past decade or 2 decades. Like, I don't know what else to say about the Sonic Team. Sega, like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, man. It just sucks. It really do. Okay, Tony said, did you know Skyrim for the Switch is 4 points higher than the PS4 port according to Metacritic? Huh, didn't know that. That's not bad. Yeah, I heard it's a really solid port. I've been hearing a lot of great things about the Skyrim for the Switch. A lot of great things. People is having fun. Seeing a lot of people live streaming it. Matter of fact, OJ's live streaming it right now. Let's see. What else I got? Ruby Sakurai said no real. No to what? Oh, that's right. Ruby Sakurai. I'm not sure if that's a dude or a chick. Yeah. That person is a real huge Sonic fan, and Alex be pissing that person off. So y'all didn't see when Alex left. Ruby Sakurai talking about good. He's finally gone. I think Ruby Sakurai don't like Alex because he be talking shit about Sega and Sonic. Let's see. Should Real Gamer 27 work for Microsoft? Shit, I'd be awesome. Give me a shit. I would love to get paid that. I'm pretty sure they get paid some really good money. Sonic Force is garbage. Better than Sonic 06. No problem, man. Appreciate you coming on, Mikhail.
I'll be honest. From what I've seen of Sonic Forces, it was all right. I wouldn't say $40 worth all right, but definitely a game I would check out for $20. Like I'd give it a try for $20, just not 40 worthy.
You see Nick. You can't fucking Nick. So you ain't got time to come on a podcast, but you in the damn chat. Fucking Nick. He said, damn real needs. He said needs to make friends with few more white people in case I can't make the podcast. What? Nick said I need to put more white people on the panel. What the hell, Nick? Nick, come on.
Oh, Matt has a good question. I'll take this one. What Nintendo IP should get a live animation movie since Nintendo is about to make movies soon?
That'd be nice.
Honestly, I think the one that makes the most sense would have to be either Zelda or Pokemon, only because the natural lores of both games set themselves up to where they can be movie stories. Well, technically, Pokemon's already a movie story for like multiple movies, but I think Zelda would be the next best thing. You could start off like the movie talking about Link and his origins. You can have him as a child being trained to be a master swordsman. You can have him go on his quest to get all the items he needs to fight Ganon. You can throw in like little jokes in between where like he's at the bar and instead of trying to drink milk like he does in the games, he tries to sneak and drink alcohol. And they're like, "You're not old enough." And then he just plays the Ocarina of Time to go into the future. And now he's an adult, so now he drinks at the bar.
Oh damn.
Any dialogue.
Nick said, "Did you see the clip that Pikachu talks and the audience loses their shit?"
Yeah,
What?
I have. I saw it on Facebook like 2 days ago.
No, I didn't see that.
It's for the new Pokemon movie that came out recently.
I didn't know that. Get a couple more questions, people. We'll get up out of here. We about to hit that 2-hour mark. Couple more questions. Which game is better, Bugsby or Sonic Force? Oh my god.
Did anybody play Bugsby? I think that's the real question.
I know a lot of people is playing Sonic Force because Sonic Force has been in the top 10 in the eShop. So Nintendo fans are actually buying Sonic Forces.
Well, that makes sense. It kind of plays like a game that's, you would do on a handheld. Like if you're waiting for a bus to go to school or work, you can play it in between.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go home, it's not your priority to play on a TV or a monitor for that matter.
Oh, that's fucked up. It's like game ain't got no value.
It's like I'm on the shitter. Might as well play Sonic.
Oh, damn. It's kind of an insult. Should Mario animated movie be start of a Nintendo animated universe like Mario leading to Smash Brothers movie?
Doing Mario is really difficult right now from what I see. Like direction wise, well, animated, I guess they could still do it, but what direction would they go is what makes it so hard because most Mario games don't have story unless we pulled from Mario RPG from Super Nintendo or even the Paper Mario series.
Yeah, that's not really a story. Mm-hmm.
So it makes it hard because now the people don't have anything to work off of, so they get to do anything they want. And in Hollywood, when you let them do anything they want with these type of properties, how that goes. Do y'all remember the old Mario? It wasn't animated. It was trash.
Mm-hmm. Yup. Like, yeah, you're right about Mario don't really have a story because the Mario Odyssey game that just came out, like there wasn't really much of a story. Like the game is really just focused on fun, but as far as the story, the plot of the game, it's just really not there. Let's just be real. What else we got? The Tayshawn said, "Did I play Doom on the Switch?" No, I hadn't picked up Doom yet, Tayshawn. I will eventually get it, but I've been playing it on my Xbox. I just rebought it on the Xbox. I will show Bethesda some love for the Switch. I will. I just hadn't got it yet. Just hadn't got it. Maybe since next week is Black Friday, I will, and these games will go get marked down on the price. So it's just a smart thing to wait to get these games on sale. I'm gonna still buy it brand new. I'm not gonna buy it pre-owned because they deserve Bethesda, they deserve the money because they did a really great job with the ports of these games. Even Skyrim, they did a really good job with these games, and Nintendo fans should buy these games. I'm really glad to see Skyrim and Doom in the top 10 in the eShop. That's really good news. We talking about these rated mature third-party games in the top 10 charts on the eShop. Like that's crazy. Third-party games that's rated mature. That's good. Did you know Zelda Breath of the Wild wins Ultimate Game of the Year at the 2017 Golden Joystick Award? I didn't know that. That's good. I really hope that Zelda do win Game of the Year because that game right there was so awesome, man. Like it took my breath away, and I've always been a really huge Zelda fan. Like believe it or not, Skyward Sword is one of my favorite games, favorite Zelda games. I know some people about to give me shit, but I really enjoyed the game. Like I know a lot of people didn't like, flying on that bird, but I actually, enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed the whole game. It was a great game. But it's one of my favorites. That and Wind Waker. I think Wind Waker is like the greatest Zelda game of all time. That's what I think. It's a really great game. If you haven't played Wind Waker, it's a really good game. When is Sony going to release an Xbox One X killer? Well, I'm assuming it's the PS5, but the PS4 Pro has been out for a year. Has it been a year now? Yeah, because it was released in November of last year, so I think it's been about a year. So if a PS5 come out next year, then Sony basically gave the PS4 Pro consumers a big giant middle finger, because not only they purchased, a majority of them purchased the vanilla PS4, they went out and spent another $400 for a console, and now if they gotta pay another $400 to $500, probably $500, especially if they trying to top, they want to one up Microsoft with teraflops, the console gonna be at least $500, maybe more than $500. That would be a gigantic middle finger to the PS4 Pro consumers, because they could be like, okay, I just spent $300 for the PS4, I done spent $400 for the Pro, and now I'm about to spend $500 or more on a PS5. Like, god dang, I don't have that type of money. So, the PS5, it got to at least be another 2 years before we even talk about a PS5. Because if PS5 get mentioned another year from now, I will be so freaking pissed. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have anything to say, Dirty, before we get out of here?
No, man, just shit. Just enjoy your consoles, man, and play your games. That's all, man. Like, I don't get these cats, man. It's just harp on other, just hate to see success of the other company.
They're not real gamers.
They all in the business for one thing, you know what I'm saying? And each one of them has their praises. PlayStation 4 has got their exclusives. They done sold what, 50 million or 60 million. Congrats to PlayStation 4. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft is doing their thing now with a more powerful system. The Nintendo is doing their thing with a less powerful system, but it's a hybrid, and people are enjoying it because they can take their games on the go now.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody should be getting praise of what they're doing, but these dudes don't look at it that way, because they can only afford one console. So they get the console of their choice, and the other ones, since they can't play those games, they gotta ride on it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it ain't my fault you can't afford all three of those.
Mm-hmm.
Options are good, and I mean, like, the fact that every platform has something enjoyable is worthwhile. And why don't these people have friends? I mean, I can honestly say I can't afford every platform, but I go drink and hang out at some friends' houses, and they have different platforms than I do, and we be chilling.
Yeah. I mean, there's options, you know what I'm saying? And like, Real Gamer said earlier in the podcast, if it's a game he want to play, he getting that system. If it's not on the system he already has.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how since what I'm saying, since the PlayStation 1 and N64. Those were my two consoles I had side by side gaming on. And I started moving to the PlayStation 2, to the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mess with the original Xbox. I was kind of iffy with Microsoft. I didn't know if they was going to stay in the game long. I thought they was going to come in with the Xbox and then phase out. But I did mess with them with the 360. I had the PS3. I had the Wii. I had the Wii U. And I still have all my consoles. They in the closet. So I want to go back and enjoy a game that I played back on the Wii or the Genesis or the classic NES. I can just go in the closet, pull it out, and hook it up to my TV and get the playing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know, like you said, man, like if there's a particular game that you want to play and it's not really on your console of choice, then you got two choices: either buy the console or just keep crying, like a lot of these guys in this community are doing. It doesn't make sense that you hate Nintendo so much, you hate their console, but you want to play their games. Like it doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense at all.
Sense. You, you, you
so,
you talk about Nintendo and you hate every time they do something good. You want to try to find a way to rain on their parade, but you want to play those games. You want to
mhm.
play Nintendo games. You want a Switch, and you will find a way, either it's through Patreon or a bet with somebody on YouTube to get you a Switch. But you talk about the console like a dog, but you still want it. I don't understand.
Hmm. Okay, I think that about wraps it up. What's up, Sebastian? He said he just appreciate you subbing to my channel. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up, man. Appreciate everybody's been coming. Oh, before, do you have anything to say, Bertrand, before we wrap it up?
I think that was it.
Okay, people. Good podcast. We did our 2 hours, and we had a special guest, Mikhail. Cool guy, cool guy. I know you asked me to go on the panel a few weeks ago. I didn't, I told him, I had to, get to feel him, and I saw him on LJ's podcast the other day, and he seemed like a really cool guy. So I was like, you know what, maybe I should get him on, and got him on. He jailed with everybody else. He sound like a really good guy. So appreciate you, Mikhail, for coming by. You're more than welcome to come by whenever you have time. And yeah, man. Yeah, talked about some Nintendo, the MPDs, talked about the Battlefront crisis, well, EA crisis, and I wasn't planning on talking about the Xbox One X, but that got in there too, and the Game of the Year award. So it was a pretty good, solid podcast tonight, and really appreciate everybody from coming out. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If you hadn't liked this podcast, please do so. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, and we're gonna be back again next week. Hopefully on Thursday. I guess yesterday I was supposed to do the podcast yesterday, but I had a really long day at work. I was just so freaking tired, dude. So I just chilled, watched a lot of Netflix, watched a lot of Arrow with my wife, catch up on some Empire, good show, catch up on some Lethal Weapon. I love that show. Damon Wayans, he's hilarious. I love Damon Wayans. If you ain't watched Lethal Weapon, that show is so awesome. Not only Damon Wayans, that other guy. That dang, what is his name? Y'all watch Lethal Weapon on Fox?
Oh, no, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's awesome, man. If you have Hulu, it's on Hulu. It's awesome.
Oh, okay.
It's very funny. It's more of a comedy, and but it's still a good, solid show. And y'all should check it out, man. And the guy that plays Damon Wayans' partner, he is hilarious, man. So
I know I just can't think of his name.
Riggs. I think it's Riggs or something like that. Riggs. Dang. I keep forgetting their names. But it's a really good, solid show, man. So I've been catching up a lot of shows and watched The Flash and all that. I'm caught up on that.
Flash has been fired. Like
Yeah.
it's starting to pick up now because the first couple of episodes were pretty sus, but last week's episode was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty much caught up on The Flash. I still have one more season of Arrow. Like I just literally just started watching Arrow this year.
I'm not gonna lie. Arrow is one of the few times I've actually gone against my principles. Like a lot of times, I don't like when they make superhero shows or movies and they make them a clone of a really popular character. But Green Arrow doesn't have the most interesting story in the comics, and I know this. So what they do in this series is they literally make him a Batman clone.
Yeah,
and it's like,
basically.
I'm okay with that because it's made him an interesting character, which he's not really in the comics.
Yeah,
like,
I noticed that. He's more like a
Like the
Batman.
people he's beating is not people he should be beating.
Mm-hmm.
He's beating people that Batman doesn't even beat in the comics.
Yeah, but the show is fire, man. Like Arrow that's a good show. I really do like Arrow, man. Like I didn't realize this show has been up for about 5 years now. So I basically done watched. I'm on the 5th season right now, and I just started a few months ago. I'm on the 5th season, and I do have Arrow on my DVR, the new season. So hopefully, me and my wife, hopefully we'll finish this 5th season. Hopefully next couple of weeks, so we
It
can
has
go.
its funny moments too, like
Yeah.
that black guy whose special power is he can braid his hair in 3 seconds. That dude's hilarious. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I mean, what he be having an afro as soon as they suit up his hair is braided. How do you braid his hair? Oh, he talking about Felicity's co-worker.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's funny. I like him. That's a funny guy. He's more of a buzzkill, but kind of in a funny way. But yeah, okay, we talking about TV show. We gotta get up out here. So yeah, appreciate everybody coming. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And next Thursday, y'all see us back on the Real Talk with the Regular podcast. And as far as me streaming, I might stream a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it tonight. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I might stream something tonight. I don't know. If not, then tomorrow. It's gonna be early because tomorrow is my son's birthday, and as soon as my wife gets out of class, we're gonna be gone all day. We're gonna watch Justice League. He wants to watch that, and he wants to go to Alley Cats. Y'all have Alley Cats where y'all at?
Sound familiar?
Oh, nah.
It's kind of like a putt-putt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. Kind of like putt-putt with laser tags and go-karts and arcades and all that. So yeah, we doing that and pizza. So yes, yeah. So tomorrow I'm about to get broke. That's one of the reasons why I didn't buy a TV, because of that tomorrow. I got to spend a lot of money tomorrow. So, and plus he got straight A's in his report card too. Yeah.
Oh, that's good, man. That's excellent.
Yeah, he got straight A's in his report card. So yeah, he's right now he's waiting on me to get the podcast so I can buy Lego. What is that? Lego Worlds for the Switch. He wants that right now. So yeah. Every time he gets his report card, he's like, "Daddy, can we go to GameStop?" Hold on, son. I got to go to the ATM. Hold on, man. Hold on. But yeah, I'm proud of him. Proud of my daughter. She didn't get straight A's, but she got A's, and mostly A's and about 3 B's. So she did good. I think her lowest grade is like an 88, something like that. But yeah, her and my son is on a AB honor roll. I guess my son, he's on an A honor roll now. So yeah, I'm really proud of my kids. So that's why I reward them a lot. So yeah, shouts out to my son and my daughter. Shouts out to my little baby that's not born yet, little Desmond. He will be here March. I don't know, sometime in March. I can't just say what day. That's just my wife's due date, so it could change. The baby come early or late. I don't know. So yeah, anybody else has anything before we get do our outros? Okay, so gonna get our outros out the way. Start you, Dirty.
Yo, people, what's up? It's your boy Dirty. Another real podcast. We had a good podcast, and we'll be back next Thursday.
All right, appreciate you coming, buddy. Hey, try to get Dave next time. Like, where's Dave at?
You know what? Dave usually work nights. I spoke to him maybe like an hour before the podcast started.
That's what it is.
So I haven't really been able to, speak to him. This is like maybe my second time within maybe like 3 weeks.
Oh,
so
well.
Really busy at night, working. So.
I know the feeling, man. Yep. Next week I close the stores working a 6 and 1. I work 6 days on, and I'm supposed to have Thanksgiving off unless that changes. Because the store is open on Thanksgiving.
That sucks, dude.
But when I talk to him again, I definitely let him know. See if he's not working next Thursday. I'll hit you up and let you know.
Yeah, he's more than welcome to come to my podcast. Like I could mess on the Hangouts. Like he's more than welcome. Like that stuff we had back then, that's squash, man. That's
gonna be fire. A Thanksgiving podcast.
Oh, Thanksgiving podcast. Oh, dang. I don't know. Oh, I forgot about that.
Damn,
I didn't think about that. Oh, hell no. We will not have a Thanksgiving podcast. So, basically, Wednesday. So, Wednesday, we will try to do the Real Talk podcast Wednesday if anybody has time. Usually, the day before Thanksgiving, my job let us out, a few hours early. So, maybe if y'all have time, maybe we can do it Wednesday. If not Wednesday, then probably Friday. Thursday is off limits because I ain't trying to do no podcast on Thursday, and the next day we got some videos exposing us. Y'all frauds, y'all freaking doing podcasts on holidays. Y'all know how that is, man.
Well, Phil, you can't do it Thursday anyway. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and get your TV, man.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do it Thursday. Look, I never do podcasts on like
Best Buy
holidays.
opens at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, they'll
Okay,
be
so
open 5 to 1.
okay, since Retro did his outro, I guess not Retro. Oh, Dirty, he did his outro. I guess get yours out the way, Retro, and get up out of here.
What's up, YouTube? Retro Bro here. Had a lot of fun tonight, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. I don't have an official day. It's either Wednesday or Friday. So y'all make sure y'all follow me on Twitter or on the Discord, Discord chat. And I will leave the, okay, y'all remind me to put the Discord chat in the link in the description because that's the Team Red chat. You know, it's a lot of us in there, Alex and Nick and Dirty, he's in there. I don't know if you in there too, Retro Bro, ain't you?
I think so. I can just never get Discord working, but I think I am.
Okay, yeah, you are in there. So yeah, even a lot of y'all, a lot of my subs, make sure y'all want to join the Team Red Discord chat. I will leave the link in the description below, so you know we message each other all day, all the time. So yeah, if y'all want to just chat with us, with me, Retro, Dirty, Alex, Gamer Nick, we message each other all day on there. So if y'all want to be a part of that little community, then I will leave the link to our Discord chat, whatever this podcast uploads. And I guess after that, we about to get up out here. Like I said, appreciate y'all guys for coming, and we will see y'all on the next ride. Peace out.